When you want high school football action, go with the best. Glenwood Titans football on 970 WMAY. Here's Mike Wennmacher.
Welcome to the Glenwood Titans Week 6 preview. Last week, the Glenwood Titans took on a team out of the St. Louis Public League, St. Louis Gateway Tech, and things looked like they were going swimmingly for the Glenwood Titans. At one point in the third quarter, they were up 40-12. They end up only winning the football game 47-42, a big comeback by the Gateway Tech Jaguars, and it was actually precipitated, the comeback, by a kickoff return. And I'm going to diagram the Glenwood Titans so far this year. Their special teams usually has been great. The past 5 years we covered them. This year, been a little suspect. They already gave up one big touchdown return to Malik Harris early on from Springfield, and this was the key point in this game to allow Gateway Tech back in the football game. Up 40-12. As we see, the Glenwood Titans line up to kick off. Here's the structure that the Jaguars have for the kick return. Kicker comes in, puts a boot into the ball, gets it to the deep man returning. Now, in a perfect world, what you want to do is make sure that each one of your guys on the kickoff coverage stays in a lane. Be very disciplined. Make sure you stay in your lane and make sure you set the edge, is what we call it. So make sure you do not allow anyone outside of you down the sideline. And what happened was the returner broke left as the wedge came into the middle of the field. And as he broke left, the guys on the right-hand side of the coverage tended to take a bad angle. They went straight for the ball carrier. Now, the speed the Jaguars had, they were able to kick this back to the outside, and because of the Glenwood Titans crashing into the inside, they allowed Michael Ball, the returner, to get to the sideline and had an easy run down the sideline. The only guy left to try to tackle him was their kicker, Chase Volpert, who made a game effort but unable to get to Michael Ball. So all of a sudden you'd go from being up 40-12, now you're only at 40-18. They make the two-point conversion, and now the Jaguars are right back in the football game. Lucky for the Glenwood Titans, the defense came up big when they needed to. They got an interception to stall a drive for the Jaguars, and on the last drive of the game, they were able to force a fumble and get out of Dodge with a 47-42 victory. Now they travel this Friday night to Lincoln. Lincoln is a team that early on in the year struggled. They were 0-3, but they've now won 2 in a row, including a big win at Southeast last week where they put 55 points on the board. So obviously coming into that game, they're on a roll, and the Titans have been bitten a little bit by the injury bug. Eric Kerr will continue to be out of the game, the middle linebacker for the Titans. And one of the other problems they had against Gateway Tech was the fact that their other two starting linebackers, Dylan Ambrose and Dan Helm, were also hurt at one time. So at one point, they were playing with only one starting linebacker out of the 4. So will those injuries mount up for the Titans against Lincoln at Lincoln, a team on a roll? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have the pregame at 6:30 and kickoff at 7 o'clock on 970 WMAY, the News and Talk of Springfield.
Listen all season as the Titans take on the Central State 8. Glenwood Titans football on 970 WMAY.